So can Villa get back to scoring and winning ways against basement strugglers QPR at Loftus Road? Here's to some Monday night magic from the away side. In this week's pre-match show, we enjoy some past goals scored against Rangers. The opposition may be finding things hard at the moment, Steve, but they do still have lots of quality in their squad.
Yeah, they certainly do. It's a game I'm looking forward to because I'm down there with you and we're commentating on the game together, aren't we? So hopefully I can be a lucky mascot and bring some good luck to the lads. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I mean, really this season they've been really poor. Harry's complained about their lack of work rate. He changed the team entirely and he put a very hard-working team out against Liverpool, and it showed because they really grafted. And the devastating thing for them is it's a game they should never have lost. And when things are going against you and you can't pick up a win, that just shows you as well. But they'll be kicking themselves because it was defensive lapses and poor marking at times where they've given away really soft goals. So it's a really good time to go there because they're very fragile and brittle. And at the back, you can really get at these. They haven't got great players defensively, they're scoring own goals.
Yeah, have you ever scored one of those yourself? Or?
I don't think I've ever been that far back where I've ever had to, Jack, to
honestly. Yeah, they have, and they've been struggling in that department. But you've picked out three players who could provide a threat. Well, one, a strong, sturdy midfielder, and then they've got some goal threat, haven't they, in Zamora and Vargas? Yeah,
I think with Leroy Fer, I mean, he's fairly, for Queen's Park Rangers, a big money signing. Bobby Zamora here, he was immense against Liverpool. I mean, he absolutely bullied the life out of the team. He made Queen's Park Rangers look a decent side because of how he played. But the problem is, like good old Paul McGrath when I played with him, they have to wheel him out at the weekend. I think he will play against us purely because there's a considerable break. You know, it's not 3 or 4 days, it's 8 or 9 days before the next game, so I'll be certain that he'll be starting, particularly at home. But he'll only last 60, 70 minutes, so we've got to make sure that we stop him because he's a real threat. He'll hold the ball up, he'll bring everybody into play, but it's whether he can have a long-lasting impact on the game. Regarding the other two players, like Leroy Fer, just mentioned it before, really good player. Any player that comes from Holland, he played for Feyenoord, you know he's going to have ability because they're taught it at a young age, but he's one of these modern central midfielders, big, strong, powerful, and I think because of his physicality, he's very comfortable on the ball because he doesn't really get knocked off it. Yeah. But also as well, he's got goals in his game, and that's what's a big plus for him. He scored goals this season already. I think he's hit the post more times than any other Queen's Park Rangers player. He could easily, I mean, he missed a sitter really against Liverpool at the weekend, and if with Bobby holding the ball up, he will make run after run after run into our penalty area to pick up the pieces. And because he's so fast, big, strong and powerful, we have to be very, very wary of him.
And their Chilean chum, Vargas, what a display that was, coming off the bench. He'll be buzzing, he'll be full of beans now.
Well, if you're a striker looking to get into the starting lineup, you can't do any more than that, can you? You come on, score 2 goals, look at a real live wire and a real threat, and I think he may well start against us because he looked that good when he came on. I think the combination of Zamora and Vargas for however long it will be, I think will be a real threat. The little and large combination always seems to work together. You know, one can't run, the other one is very mobile and has got real good technical ability as well. So. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting one because Queen's Park Rangers are really struggling for their lives. There's a lot of off-the-field stuff with the Taarabt.
Well, I was just going to mention that. You never would have got away with turning up to training 3 stone overweight, would you, surely?
No, I mean, actually, it's quite funny because we players we get weighed quite regularly. In fact, actually, one funny story I'll tell was I remember Jim Walker, the physio, on a Monday morning, we used to get weighed all the time. And Brian Small, who we nicknamed Trigger for obvious reasons, he went to weigh himself and he stood on the scales with a 2 kilogram tub of Vaseline in his right hand. And he went, Jim, he should have put weight on. And we're all looking at him thinking he's winding us up. He wasn't. He genuinely thought he had his great big tub of Vaseline in his right hand.
Honestly,
so
he didn't call you Dave, did he? But yeah, he's, that shows a bit of the banter you had back in the day. But yeah, but it has been a tricky one for them to handle, hasn't it? Because you don't want your manager falling out with one of your better players.
I mean, I feel for all managers because they're asking. He's been hit with a barrage of questions after watching his team throw away 3 points. He must be hugely frustrated. And it's not very often you see Harry snap.
Heat of the moment then.
Heat of the moment.
Going on
but then it's carried on all week now. It really has. Adele's come having pictures saying I'm not overweight. It just gets a bit messy. I mean, we had a similar situation, didn't we, with David Ginola here?
Yeah, way back when, yeah.
So, and then the first thing he did was take his top off and throw his shirt off everywhere. So it's very...
The ladies love that, apparently.
Well, I can't think why. It's very difficult because what Adele is, he's a real talent, but it's frustrating because he doesn't show it consistently enough.
Yeah.
He's not fit enough because he doesn't influence a game for long periods of the time.
And you ready to paint pictures with words alongside me in the pundit's chair? Should be good.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. I mean, it's a great ground, Queen's Park Rangers, to commentate in because the atmosphere is always really good for the away fans because you're right on top of the game. So the atmosphere always crackles. It's a nighttime game in West London. And let's hope we get the right result.
I warn you, you might see a slightly different side to me. I do get quite excited during a broadcast, but we'll be giving it everything. Here's to a successful night before the game itself. Join us for much more analysis on ABTV.